Well, hello, lovely people. Welcome to today's pick a card reading. Today we will be doing a trick or treat type of reading about a surprise you are not currently expecting that will happen next in your life. The goal of this would be to look at events that are soon going to happen. So, more or less, this spooky season, let's say maybe not necessarily up till the 31st, but definitely in the months of like till the end of October, November, that type of thing. So, as you can see, there are the standard three piles to choose from. Pick either the card itself that draws you in or the stack of the dice that draws you in. And let's explore what this surprise is going to be for you guys. Hey, pile one. So, your pile got the message of card number 14, message of concern. And from the astro dice, we have Gemini, we have the fourth house, and we also have the north node. So let's explore your trick or treat surprise energy. And with you guys, I'm definitely getting the vibe that this will feel very much trick and treat, because there is a sort of negative nuance to it at the start, but then it brings the promise of actually developing into something positive and something that you needed. So let's start off with the significator card, the message of concern. The idea here is that with this, it is exactly that. You receive news of something that you didn't exactly want to hear. It can signify you getting some type of illusion shattered, like receiving some type of unwanted news. You were hoping for something else. So in this regard, this is not a positive card. I mean, even the expression on her face is kind of like, oh no, now I have to deal with this bullshit. So this will be what this surprise is going to revolve around. And specifically because you got Gemini also and the fourth house, and this the cards are giving me a similar vibe to that energy. I expect that this information will come to you very likely through a relative. It can also be your mother or someone that you regard as a mother figure. And it can very well happen over some type of family gathering, because you probably know the fourth house in astrology has to do with our roots, our home, like family gatherings, that type of thing. And you also got the November card, so it fits time-wise with what we were asking about. So what I'm seeing in your situation is that, let's say in some type of family gathering or something, you will be probably discussing, and I'll get into the exact details of the issue that I'm seeing you discussing. And someone, for instance, your mother or some type of female figure or some type of nurturing figure in your family, seems to be the most likely person to deliver to you some type of either news or information or opinion. Even it might be that you're having a conversation and they deliver an opinion to you that somehow in a way shatters your view of a given situation. And regarding this given situation, what it is, the vibe that we have for you, you will know whether this applies to your situation or not. But I would say that it is quite certain in the cards. This situation will be something that you have been holding on to for a while, and it has been stressing you out, and you have, be it more or less intentionally, put your best effort into closing your eyes and ignoring reality, ignoring what is happening around you, ignoring your hunches, or staggering and not wanting to decide something particular. And regardless which way exactly it is, maybe you have, out of your own pure volition, tried to avoid making a decision. Maybe the circumstances have led to that, but either way you feel tied in regards to this situation, kind of like you are in between a rock and a hard place, and whichever you choose, it's going to end up bad for you. Like, this is your perception, not that this is reality, but this is how you are perceiving it. So your mind is a little bit boggled. And at the same time, with the Nine of Swords, we have this like sleep paralysis demon that's basically weighing on your chest. This situation is stressing you out. It's causing you to not be able to sleep. If anything, I guess, but that would be much less likely of a scenario. It is possible that this information comes to you surprisingly as part of a dream that kind of leaves you feeling all yucky inside, kind of like your psyche trying to talk to you when you don't have your guard up. But yeah, I also see the situation of someone else serving you the news. Good. And the first time when you hear this, now I don't know if you will have necessarily heard of this before, maybe you did and back then it didn't bother you, or maybe this is generally the first time that someone is bringing this aspect of the information to you and you're noticing it. But it will have some type of, like I said, shattering effect. But this is what it is meant to do. The goal with this surprise will be for you to break out of some type of toxic thought pattern or toxic way of expecting something to go down. We have two cards in specific that I want to bring forward to your attention, starting off with what's this called in English? With the Page of Cups. With the Page of Cups, as much as he can be a creative and ingenious force, he lacks maturity and he lacks vision, so to say, to carry something out. So I see you in regards to this situation having been a little bit too much here in the clouds, and potentially not going at it realistic enough. I mean, it's always good to explore options. It's always good to keep a childlike energy and sort of not suppress that in yourself, but you run the risk of basically throwing your gifts at the wind, like basically just wasting potential. And in regards to this situation, it seems that you have wasted some potential, which is not tragic, but now will be the right time for you to move out of it. The other thing we have here, we have the Ten of Wands, and I want to bring to your attention the specific imagery in this card. You can see how this person over here, you in this case, is trying their hardest to stop the... I have no idea what this is called. Whatever. The thing that's made to bring progress, the thing that's made to take off your load and help you in achieving something in a much more productive, much more easy for you and not so time-consuming manner, you are trying to oppose it. So we have this message here that you will definitely have your guard up when this information is presented to you, but this will be the force that will bring you out of your stagnation and you will set your sights on a new way to do something. With the Ten of Wands, we have this message generally in the tarot, not only in this card, that you are overburdened in some way. You have not allocated your tasks properly, and you need to, in order to not burn yourself out at a given point, because it will happen sooner or later, or you will just not achieve optimal result because your body, mind, and spirit will fail somewhere along the way. You need to reconsider your priorities and you need to reconsider where you are putting your efforts in. Like, yes, that's just the word for it. It is proper task allocation and even, I would say, outsourcing things to other people if you can. So, the way I'm seeing it is that this message of concern will finally push you to that final limit to reconsider how you have handled things in this situation up till this point. Now, when this happens, the interesting thing is with the Hierophant, it is giving me the vibe. It can go one of two ways, but I feel like for you guys, you will start to explore a more, what's the word? A more traditional way of doing what you were doing. Maybe you were previously opposed to doing something the long and hard way, like you were trying to skip steps or something. Again, take it the way it resonates to your situation. But I feel like now you would go at things from a more traditional perspective. Whether that would be the perspective of, let's say, I have some type of certification, but no one wants to hire me, so I decide to instead join some type of university degree. Or like, I don't know exactly what the path would be, but it would be something more traditional and maybe more tried and true from the past, or even maybe something that someone who is more traditional and experienced and grounded will offer to you. Again, a mother figure, a relative, or whatnot. You will try that path and it will bring you forward. I feel like you will be a bit resistant at the start. You will be a little bit like this magician over here, like that type of energy. But you will start chipping away at it and you will start to discover this pot of gold in this new approach. And regarding, I tried to pull some additional cards from the Tea Leaf Oracle deck to see whether we would see something specific in your life. But there is no specific area that needs to be emphasized here. It's just the idea of, even if the news seems bad at the start, even if the information seems sad, depressing, makes you angry, you don't want to deal with it or anything in that way, it is at the end of the day good news and it will help you move forward. You need to work with it. You need to, with the quill, we have this thing of get back to basics. So again, part of your issue might be that you are a little bit head in the clouds, throwing water all over instead of focusing on one specific plant to water. And this information will force you to look at things in their simplest form and get back to the simple, specific things and steps that work. And this will bring you results. But you need to start at that. You need to start at the small concrete steps carefully. Like this is careful, I mean in the way that you will probably feel internally to which actions you have a resistance based on that like meh feeling that you will have. You need to pay attention to that so you don't close yourself off to potential good roads on your journey ahead just because you don't want to listen to somebody or something like that. And yeah, pile one, I would say that this is the important things I wanted to speak about. I forgot about this card over here with longing. Just to reiterate shortly before I leave you to it, that this thing that the information will come through about is something that you have been longing for quite a while, for some time. Like you have some type of emotional attachment to it, hence probably why this process feels a little bit difficult to you, because you care about it. Even more so with the North Node, it can be that this is somehow calling to you on soul level. So it is a journey that you need to go through both in the material realm, but also purely spiritually. And yeah, I want this would be your surprise for this Halloween season. I wish you all the luck with it. Let me know if it resonates. And yeah, till next time. Hey Pyro 2. So you guys got the card number 21 with Family Room. And from the astro dice, you have the sign of Sagittarius, the third house, and also Uranus. Okay, interesting. Let's get into your surprises. And similar to pile one in this regard, you are staying true to the theme of the reading. We have our tricks and we have our treats. Good. Let me try to explain it as best as possible. So, what this next upcoming surprise will be revolving around for you guys will most likely have to do specific life arena with setting some type of new home or traveling, or in this way somehow reinventing your physical life, let's say. And generally throwing yourself into something new, but the important emphasis with you guys will be on learning some type of balancing act. So with the family room itself, let's start off with timing, because this card talks about something which is up and coming, like any day now type of thing. And timing wise, it speaks about something which is between 1 day and 4 weeks away from happening. So this can be the specific time frame that this will be materializing itself in, because we have the energy definitely of you throwing yourself into something new and reestablishing your life in one way or another. Now, this can happen in many different ways. A couple of specific scenarios I am seeing. It is possible that you have been feeling confined for some while, be it either by your family, by your living situation purely, maybe you have horrible roommates or anything like that. Or maybe you have been hermiting yourself a little bit, you have been playing it small, you have been spending too much time in your living room where your comfort zone is. Again, it is a matter of your exact life circumstances, but something in your living condition is bothering you. And now you are working on changing it. And you will achieve this change, if that's the answer that you're looking for. You will achieve this change. Again, 24 hours up till 4 weeks, that's the time frame. But the important thing for you to get out of this is your approach in handling it. This is very, very important for you. We have the message of needing to keep balance in your life in a couple of different ways, in a couple of different cards. And specifically to start off with the astro dice that were also in the thumbnail, with Uranus energy and also with Sagittarius, you definitely have this vibe that you want to move really fast and erratic into this new change. And again, it is giving me the vibe that it has to do with you changing physical locations and traveling. This is also noted in a couple of different ways. But with Uranus, he can be a little bit too erratic. And I think that if you handle things this way, they might still work, but it will be an unnecessary struggle and stress for you. So, we have, let's go at it card by card. Starting off with the 5 of Pentacles, which in this deck is a little bit unusual. We have, generally speaking, the message here that you might be in a little bit of a financial pinch, probably right now rather than in the future, or this might be the result of you taking too haphazard of an action. But this is not necessarily going to be a cause of worry and of stress with you. You can see how this little guy over here is like on the street in the cold. He is not in the castle with all of the other nobilties, but he is super happy. He is dancing, he is cheering. He is just happy to be there and to be living it. You're giving me a similar vibe. Somewhere along the lines of this life change that you will be undertaking, again, most likely at the start because it makes sense, you will be faced with this financial pinch. Now, I would say that you can mitigate this factor again if you act not too impulsively. Meaning, like, do a little bit of research, maybe talk to some people, maybe take some advice. It doesn't have to be anything drastic, but just don't jump into something immediately just because you have this internal urge to change immediately and to have something new. That's what I mean when I say balance. If you steer away from this balance, let's say, if you leave your I don't know, your impulses to handle everything, then I see that there would most likely be some stress both financially and also with people around you. We have this energy of, fine, I will get in a fight with you, we will agree to disagree aggressively, like not peacefully, and I will do whatever the hell I want. You can't tell me what to do. I am not dependent on you, like I don't want anything from you. If this is your current state of mind, again, I would ask you to tone it down a little bit, just because along the way you'll feel better if you take it a little bit more calmly as an approach. This is not necessarily to say that you should dumb down your emotions or try to forget them or try to push them down. But at the same time, you are asked to not be too explosive towards others. Because again, we have this energy of a lack of reciprocal give and take. So for whatever reason, you might find yourself in this energy of wanting to close off yourself completely from the help of others around you and just go down your merry little way with just the clothes on your back and like this guy over here, like, I don't care, I am going wherever the hell I want and I have all of my possessions in this little baggie. Again, pile to unnecessary stress. Try to avoid that. Try to strive for the peaceful resolution, even if people are getting on your nerves. This change will happen either way, but you just need a little bit of preparation, a little bit of brains, like not being too cocky. With the Fool card in the reverse position, you might be a little bit too cocky in this. You might think that you know much better than you do, that you don't need help from anything. It is not necessary for you to burn all bridges in order to close a chapter. You can just move forward peacefully and go to another location. And yeah, but apart from that you should watch out as a hurdle. The rest is definitely promised to have success in this endeavor. So I feel like even if you are a little bit too cocky, even if you take, let's say, the bad way out, even if you burn all the bridges, even if you are dancing on the street like the little guy in the Five of Pentacles, you will find joy in it and you will remain optimistic during the whole time that this is the path that you are meant to follow, and you will believe in it and you will believe in your success. And it is kind of like the self-fulfilling prophecy that if you believe in something, you are positive things happen to you, you take the chance, you continue the spiral going upwards, and things end up being great. So I don't see issues in that regard, like ending wise, but again, it's just the path there, you can make it a little bit easier for yourself. And yeah, and it will definitely be something new. Again, I am mostly getting setting your life up in a completely new way through some completely new endeavor. it will be a climb. You will have work to do. Like, it's not an escalator to heaven, it is a stairway. But I think that you are mostly ready to handle that. And again, just when someone is offering you a helping hand along the path, even if it comes with some strings attached, don't burn it down immediately. Like, keep it as a plan B, like that type of thing. Um, and yeah, also guard yourself against worrying too much. This is not an advice to worry and to overthink, just to think a little bit. Um, and yeah, prior to, I would say that this is what I see for you guys as the most important. Yeah, with the storyteller card, I completely blacked that one out. It might be that you get to make a great story out of this situation. Maybe, let's say, you are a writer or something and you make a successful blog out of it, or a successful travel diary, or a successful book, like something of that nature. But yeah, let's leave it at that. Pio 2, I wish you all the luck with this new thing. Let me know how it goes. Hey Pio 3, so you got the card number 39 with community, and from the astral dice you have the energy of Taurus, the fourth house, and also Mars. Okay, that's interesting. Let's get into your reading and what type of surprise you can expect up next. Now, let me say this. The focus of your reading in terms of what this next thing will be that will surprise you is you establishing a significant community around you. We have in many cards here the emphasis of finding friends, comrades, and the like in the weirdest of places, in the most unexpected of souls, and having their support when you need it. Now, we have at the start of the reading this energy of potentially feeling emotionally a little bit neglected, maybe a little bit not stunted, but there might be an issue here that you at the start feel a little bit closed off, like you don't have any type of positive emotions towards people in general. For instance, you might be a little bit too career focused as of right now, or you might have had some type of heartache, you might have had to leave something in the past, or you might have tried to go back to something which was a safe haven before, but now you are finding that it no longer is. So you kind of have this energy of wanting to leave something from the past behind, but also feeling a little bit robbed from it and a little bit on your own and a little bit just emotionally lacking something. And I would say that this lack is most likely the support of other people. Like, what this is giving me as a vibe is that you feel like a mountain all on your own. Like you are existing, you are doing things, maybe you are successful in other areas of your life, but this area that concerns having emotional support, having friendships, having relationships, is lacking. At least that's what you are feeling. Now, it is very possible that the start of this has to do with you undertaking some type of journey, because we have the message in a couple of cards that you might be physically traveling to somewhere. Let's say you decide to book a solo trip and you meet someone there. It can be something like that. But it doesn't have to be, but it has this energy of you exploring something new, like you opening yourself up to the world, you marveling across all of the different options that stand in front of you, and then you decide to give it a go, to try something, maybe to even, if it is that you are specifically working on building relationships, it can be even as straightforward as you trying some kind of messaging board online. Because one of the cards, I am looking at it right now, and we have this, what's giving me the vibe of a smoke signal, like she is lighting wood on fire. But this immediately got me thinking about how in the good old days, I don't know, the Indians or whatever, someone was trying to communicate with smoke signals. So this might be you, like you might be trying everything possible and basically seeing what sticks to the wall. Now, I don't think necessarily that you will see or that you will feel the success in this immediately. I feel like you will, for a little while, feel like you are putting effort into nothing. Kind of like you are doing the work day in and day out, and maybe there are some small results, but nothing all too significant. But the thing is, and that's why I mentioned at the start, that you will find unlikely companions everywhere. It's giving me this vibe that you are feeling alone, pile 3, but you have people, things in the cards around you. We have this neighbor guy over here that's looking longingly in the distance and being alone in his house like we did in COVID times. But there is a bird over here, like he is not alone completely with thoughts. We have the Empress here that's also in deep retrospection, thinking about her, I don't know, life, meditating, whatever she's thinking about. Maybe thinking about what she will eat later, doesn't matter. But she is again not alone. She has unlikely companions around her. And even if she is not noticing them right now, they are there. We also have this Two of Pentacles over here with our guy who is chasing his pentacles, like he is super happy to be so close to the result, but he is not noticing that one move from the lion behind him, or the cheetah, the gepard, I don't know, can't render him on the ground like lifeless. But the cheetah is not doing that. He is calm, he is looking at our guy, he is protecting him from other predators that can get him while this little guy is trying to get his coin. But what I'm getting at is that although you might feel like you are against the odds, against the world in some way, there is support to be had, but you need a little bit of a change of perspective maybe. And definitely, don't get me wrong, you need the effort to be put in. We have the Eight of Pentacles card, which is putting in continuous effort into crafting something. So again, I don't think this will happen from today to tomorrow, that it will be instant result type of thing, but you will start to see how actually along the way you are no longer alone and having to deal with everything and fend for yourself. You will have those unlikely companions. And let me see, I think there was something else that I am missing from the oracle cards. Yeah, we have the Spear with heartache over what you no longer have. The thing I noted with you at the start with this empty house over here that was maybe once a safe haven, but for one reason or another no longer exists. We have the message, which is interesting: beware of greed. And because I feel like your cards are more so relationship focused than career focused, there might be the tiny message for some of you that you need to be aware of greed, in the sense of leaving enough room to build those relationships, not solely focusing on the coin, the money, the financial success. But I feel like this more so has to do with the fact that while you are in your mind imagining and longing and thinking about exact ways that you want your relationship life to look like. You might be missing, again, those unlikely companions, which are absolutely valid and worth it, and they are there for you. But you just might be looking at them a little bit jaded at the start. You might not be noticing them. We have the egg. With success comes with good plans and hard work. We have again this energy of the Eight of Pentacles, where you are putting in little steps day by day and not expecting grand results all of a sudden. And what else? Yes, we have the heart card with love, deep affection, and caring. So, pile 3. Based on the cards I'm seeing for you, we also have the joy card. I mean, everything with you promises that these relationships will manifest, like that support network that you are striving for will manifest. But you just need to find the time for it. You need to not be greedy. Yes, that's something I can mention with the dice. The fourth house itself is the house in astrology of our home, of our personal life, of our family roots, and so on. You might have to find the time, let's say, away from your career in order to pay attention to that. With Mars energy, again, you might be a little bit too much driven. You might be, again, potentially a little bit too career focused, a little bit too focused on what you want and your needs and achieving them. Like right now, this is great in some contexts, but again, beware of that greed. You need to equally give and take, or even if it's not equally, at least semi-equally. And with Taurus, a potential message can be to not be too stubborn, and the way that you are dealing with things, to not be too pragmatic, in the sense of, if you have done something always in this way, I'm gonna continue doing it this way. No, maybe try something new. Maybe you will find a new path which is more successful. Again, look for new sources of inspiration, new pathways you can try in order to start seeing things from this different perspective, to start appreciating what you have around you. But yeah, I would say that this is pretty much it, pile 3. Let me know if it resonates. I wish you all the luck with this relationship building. Lord knows I suck myself at relationship building, but I'm sure that you guys can handle it. Just take it one step at a time and enjoy the little successes. Don't be a greedy asshole.